Okay, I don't think I'm going to get to talk about all the incidents in history when religion was connected to Neptune and Aries, but you can look forward to that, and I'll try and pep it up a little bit because, like I say, going through the historical events can be a little bit dry, but I will try and buzz it up. But another thing I'm interested in is, like I say, Trump's got this replica Ark of the Covenant. Why? Now, I don't think the Ark of the Covenant was the thing in which Moses put his tablets. Now, you know, there's these papers called the Elephantine papers that were discovered, and they cover a Jewish sect that were living, I think, down Sudan, Ethiopia way, and they weren't adhering to any of Moses's commandments. They had no idea Moses even existed. So the question is, did he? Is he just part of the mythology? Is the Ark of the Covenant really some sort of 0-point generator? Which, if you've ever come across the book The Hunt for 0 Point, it may make sense. Or alternatively, is the Ark of the Covenant, which we have no idea if anyone knows where it is it buried somewhere in Israel, which means that's why there's such a rush to control that part of the earth in case the wrong people find it or it falls into the wrong hands. That's why there's this desperation to look for it there, if it ever existed. But if it did exist, is it also some sort of link to where we all came from? We don't know where we came from as a human race. We're given this binary choice. It's Adam and Eve or it's evolution. Throw them both out. It's probably none. What does the Ethiopian Bible say? It really talks about some alien force coming and mating and creating the Nephilim, which it could be. Was it one alien force that came down, And then David's Eye talks about the reptilian forces influencing human behavior. But were humans really here, or did we immigrate? Just as at one time there were no Europeans in Australia, and then Europeans went to Australia and, they took over and created a civilization. Let's think about more of that on a galactic scale, right? So maybe the Ark of the Covenant contains the keys, the mysteries, the almost roadmap back to where we came from. And they don't want us to know that information. They want us to think we came from a tadpole or something, because it's the ultimate anti-spiritual thing. How can people who created, like Tchaikovsky, Shakespeare, Chaucer, the great works of art, the Michelangelos, the philosophical, the maths, the sports we have, the creativity, everything we have, from something that just came from a tadpole? I don't think so. But anyway, what I was very interested as well to see is that Oxford University are going to discontinue their classics course. Now, Boris Johnson studied classics. I think C.S. Lewis was a famous person who studied classics at Oxford. It's always been a very well thought of degree, and if you discover, you would delve into the ancient cultures of Greeks and Italy and Roman Empire kind of thing, and ancient philosophies, the arts. It is a very beautiful thing to do, and a challenging degree, and also one that can be so enlightening, particularly in terms of literature, philosophy, and art. So it's a very broadening kind of degree, and as I say, in many ways challenging. They're getting rid of it because they want their courses to be popular going forward. Now, you can understand they're appealing to more and more international students for the money who may not be interested in classics, because what is classics about? It is in many ways a high point of European culture, right? It's what we all as Europeans should look to with enormous pride and to draw inspiration from, because so much of that philosophy is very, very, very relevant today. Now, I'm going to talk about something a little bit controversial when it comes to religion, and it's why it ties very much into why they want us to forget the classics. They want us to forget our history, to forget who we are, and they want to supplant our history. And we all know this is happening as part of the changes that are being made in Europe. And just that one thing of getting rid of the classics degree spoke enormous volumes to me, because those are our roots. More so, I believe, as Europeans than the Old Testament. Our roots are in classical culture. And that's what we need to reclaim as part of a brand new reformation of Christianity, rather than the superstitions, the fake stories, and the whatever else angry, jealous God of the Old Testament, to which we are forever bound, and therefore forever bound to a destiny involving revelations and all this. So let's talk again about all the aspects of Neptune in Aries and religion, and we will return to this.